Vanessa sent me a pic this morning of her mouth being numb from the dentist.
Oh God, yeah.
How's your mouth?
It's funny because you can't tell in the picture that it's numb. But I'm like,
I didn't even really look at it, to be honest.
I know. I like took the picture and I was like, it just feels like there's a ball on the side of my mouth.
Yeah.
But it looks normal.
No.
But you could tell in the picture that I sent you where they fucked up my gums. Not fucked up, but like irritated them.
Yeah.
There's like little bleed spots or like.
Oh no.
So that's what I was really trying to show you. But I hate the dentist, but it was time to go.
It's a necessary evil.
Yeah. Go get your deep cleaning, everyone.
Or get your regular cleaning so you don't have to get the deep
Yeah,
cleaning.
yeah, whatever.
Do they still have to do the other side now too?
Yeah, so I've gotten, last time they
too.
did the top left, today they did the bottom left, and then next time I go in they're doing both right, top and bottom.
Oof.
Too bad they don't give us laughing gas anymore. Remember that? Did you ever get that?
No, I've never gotten it.
Ugh,
I wish.
Those are the days. Did you ever get that, Clark?
No.
No?
No.
So I went in and they were like, we're going to do your top left today. And I was like, are you sure? And they were like, yeah. I was like, I thought they did that last time. They're like, let me check. And they're looking, the lady at the front desk was like, yeah, it says top left. I'm like, okay. She's like, she'll check. Then I went into my notes app because I'll always do that when I go to appointments. I'll like write down the date and what they did. So I looked at my notes and it said, yeah, last time I went, I got my upper left, which I could remember. I knew I was like 90% sure, but I was like, maybe I'm tripping. And no. But then once I got in the chair, they're like, okay, we're doing your bottom left. I was like, okay, thank God.
Yeah, I mean, one look, they could probably tell, right?
It's about to be real awkward if they said top again. You just going, so. My notes app says otherwise.
We're taking off your enamel now.
Oh gosh.
We're removing all your teeth.
All of you.
I wanted to be like, can I get the other hygienist?
Man.
I want to request the one I had the first time because this one, I mean, I'm sure it was not her fault at all. It's just the way my teeth are at the bottom, more sensitive, but it really hurt this time.
Yeah. They really go in between like your teeth and your gums.
I had to ask for more, another little injection to numb.
Yeah. I hate the first time they put the numbing stuff though. That shot,
it tastes gross too.
Hurts.
Yeah.
Well, first they put the gel to numb you for the shot,
with
and
the
then
little Q-tip,
and that thing tastes gross.
Yeah, it does.
We have a big bottle of lidocaine from something.
When I had like my throat was really sore. When I thought I might have like bronchitis or something.
Yeah. I got bronchitis.
So they gave you lidocaine.
Bronchitis. No, it wasn't, but my throat still hurt. So they're like, yo, just use this.
Oh, yeah. I put on extra numbing because I was ready to get my tooth extracted, but I had the wrong date and it was just a checkup on my last extractions. So I put all that numbing on my teeth on the bus for nothing.
On the bus?
I took the bus because I didn't want Clark to have to drive me there and then pick me up. It's like a half hour away.
But on the bus, it was
an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Like a crazy long bus.
But I had lots of good ideas on the bus.
Oh,
like creative ideas.
That's true.
So I'm not tripping about the bus.
Yeah, there you go. Public transportation.
Where good ideas are born.
Yeah, we're good ideas. That should be their tagline.
Caltrain, think of us. I mean, think on us. Think with us.
Think on us.
Stu. Well, I think we should congratulate ourselves, guys, because this is our 10th episode.
10
Woo!
double digits.
Officially bingeable. Is that right, Clark?
Yeah, that's what I've been waiting. 10 episodes. It's like a season of a show, where you can watch all of it. So you can listen to all of it.
Do you guys feel like it's been 10 episodes or?
I don't know. It's been a long time. I feel like we should have more. But
I do. Yes, we should have more. But at the same time, I don't feel like it's 10.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't feel like we've come up here 10 times and
I know.
done
yeah,
sessions,
that's true.
Because we haven't. Because the first one was like one day, one long one that we split up.
Yeah,
that's right.
We just watched that documentary on Yacht Rock on HBO. With Sunny's mom last night.
Have you heard of Yacht Rock?
Yeah, Yacht Rock is what I envision all the rich people listen to on their boats. All the housewives.
Yeah, so Yacht Rock is like Steely Dan, Michael McDonald.
James Taylor?
No, not James Taylor. Kenny Loggins.
James Taylor's like folk and rock.
Turns out like in 2005, this comedy group started doing these sketches about that era of music and called it Yacht Rock. And it was like this whole comedy series. So that's where the name Yacht Rock came from.
Yeah. I was gonna say those people don't call their genre yacht rock,
No.
right? Like
No.
that's an insult, right?
Which
Or something like that.
was
Well, to some, yes, but some no.
they actually at the very end of the thing, fast forward if you're going to watch this and don't want the end to be given away, at the very end they called Donald Fagen, who is Steely Dan, and we're like, hey, can we interview you about yacht rock? And I'm shortening the conversation, and he was like, what genre? And then they said yacht rock, and then he was like, go fuck yourself, and then hung up.
Yeah. He's like, how about you go fuck yourself?
So it is an insult.
and then hangs up on them.
That's so
but
funny.
But of all those artists, like Donald Fagen is also just kind of like a interesting dude.
Doesn't surprise me at
That's
all.
a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
But I mean, Michael McDonald and Kenny Loggins and like Toto, they're kind of like, we've accepted it. Yeah, Toto, Africa by Toto. They're like, we've accepted it by now.
Yeah.
And we they take it kind of as a compliment that they were made fun of.
Yeah.
You know?
That's being a good sport about it. Is Michael McDonald the one where there was a video of this little girl that was like obsessed with
Yes.
some hero
Yes.
and it was Michael McDonald and she got to meet him and stuff? That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So cute. Yeah. And then also they were saying like, other than these random comedians calling it yacht rock, that genre of music wasn't really celebrated in any other way as like a genre in itself. So
Yeah.
You're
And
welcome.
yeah,
and
you're
it was-
welcome.
a lot of them were like all these studio musicians, and they are also the backing band on a ton of pop music. So I'm sure before the term yacht rock existed, people were just calling that pop from that era. You
Right. Yeah.
Because it was like #1 hits and stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think Questlove said it the best, where he's like, it's the best sitting and dancing music.
Sitting and dancing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if it's good yacht rock, if you're sitting down and you're like kind of like bobbing around, you know.
Swaying and
And he was
snapping.
kind of like moving his shoulders and stuff. Like, it's very good.
Highly recommend.
Is it just called yacht rock?
I think it's called like Yacht Rock, a documentary. I think.
So creative.
Yeah.
Well, documentary spelled like DOCK,
Oh yeah, that's right. Like on a
like
dock.
a doc.
Oh, that's funny. That is creative.
Nah, he's just creative.
It's creative.
He's creative.
It was well made. I enjoyed it.
Yep. It's
I'll add
very
it to
good.
my list of things to watch.
I mean, my mom knew it would hook. She's like, I'll just put it on. Like, obviously, she knew it would hook us, and we'd stay there for another like 2 hours.
She just kept making us laugh because she's like, "You guys know this song?" We're like, "Yeah, whose kids do you think we are?
Yeah.
Do you think we don't know all of these references and all of these artists?"
Yeah, Africa, I think, is when she asked that. She's like, do you guys know this song? Africa? I was like, are you joking? Like, not only do we know that song, but that song has had a huge resurgence in the past like 5 years, I would say.
I just remember listening to oh god, I'm gonna get this wrong. No, was it Weezer
I was
at
gonna say
Coachella?
Weezer, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Weezer covered that.
Yeah,
Yeah. You saw Weezer do it, but did you ever see the video of Toto doing Hash Pipe?
No.
It's pretty good.
yeah. At one of their
Which Toto-
concerts,
they're
"We're
like
gonna
the
cover
best."
Weezer.
Yeah. They're like top of the line musicians. So for them to do Hash Pipe is pretty good. The funny part was that Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake skit. Do you remember that we used to watch where they're like in
At summer camp?
at summer camp? Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're singing the din 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 din.
Yeah.
And the camp counselor's like, go to sleep.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Africa by Toto.
Did he just say he loves us?
Oh yeah, yeah. That is where that quote comes from. Did he just say he loves us? Oh, I don't know.
Boo boo.
Pepper. Yeah. Sure. I guess
What
we
happened?
can- It's her dinner time.
Oh,
Go feed her.
feed her.
Feed her. Feed the dog.
So it's that time of year where
Oh, hold on. I was saying thank you to all of our listeners who have listened for these last 10 episodes. We really appreciate all of your support and all of the new festies we've made along this journey so far.
it's been really fun. You know, when we started, I wasn't really sure where it was going to go, and I'm still not sure where it's going to go. But this little milestone we're hitting, I feel like it's been a good time.
We sound like people when they're like in their first ever relationship and they're like 1 month anniversary,
Oh yeah.
2 month
Yeah.
What should we
anniversary,
get for our month?
3-month anniversary. We're like 10 episodes.
Actually, not to spoil anything, but I got you guys some little gifts that you'll get for Christmas.
We got you guys a little gift
man.
too. So
It's it festies related?
yes.
I mean, yeah,
Oh.
basically.
Kind of.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Actually, I don't think mine's gonna get here in time for Christmas, which is a bummer, but
That's
you'll
okay.
get it after.
It's okay.
Yeah, well, we already have yours, so yeah, get
Oh.
wrecked.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I doubt it. It's definitely not.
So this is the time of year where a lot of lineups are coming out for next year, and a lot of pre-sale opportunities are coming up.
I know you sent me the pre-sale for the Austin City Limits. I'm like, that's so far away.
I know.
I know we're
October.
going, but it's so far away to start planning.
I know, October. And then after that, I saw Northern Lights. Their pre-sale is coming out soon. So I think because of all the festivals that are putting their tickets on sale, we should talk about an unfortunate reality of the festival world, which is online ticket scammers.
Music, festivals, friendship, festies.
Welcome to Festies. I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Sunny. So I wanted to start off by listing off some stats that I found from Business Wire. 1 in 8 consumers who have bought tickets on social media have fallen victim to scams. 17% of consumers had a negative experience when purchasing live event tickets on social media, yet 54% of consumers see social media as a safe space for buying live event tickets or are indifferent to it, despite the risks. And the last one I have here is, with demand for live events sky high, 27% of consumers cite desperation to go to an event as a key factor in their decision to buy via social media.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we always go whenever we need tickets. It's always
Yeah.
Facebook groups or Craigslist.
Craigslist, yeah. Yeah, the desperation.
It's
is-
unavoidable. People are going to go buy tickets on social media. So we're just going to give you guys some things to look out for, tips and tricks that we've learned from weeding through hundreds of messages and scammers.
Literally hundreds.
Yeah. And Sunny has a story of when she got scammed.
Yeah.
Tell us how good this scammer is.
The scammer was top notch. I can't remember what event it was for, but
I'm betting it was Outside Lands.
oh yeah, it was for someone else, right? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was for Outside Lands. It's for Outside Lands.
That should be said that it's not like you got scammed for you. It's because you probably in that year you probably got 5 other people last minute tickets.
Just fine.
So the frequency is like that's you shot pretty well. You know what I mean? Like
Ugh, yeah, but
You were
still.
over 500 or whatever that baseball
Yeah.
stat is.
But still.
however, yeah, or like basketball where it's like, oh yeah, you were shooting 50%. You're like, that's not good.
I know. I always
That
say
sounds
so.
bad.
And when they say like Steph Curry's like 47, whatever, I'm like, so an F.
Yeah.
So an F.
Yeah, 47 from the field, and you're like, that's terrible. You go, not in like, not if half of your shots go in.
You were 80% that season.
Yes.
That's dang.
That
Thanks,
Outside
guys.
Land season.
Thanks,
That's
guys.
crazy.
You're still winning. It's okay.
You're still winning.
Yeah, it's been long enough where I feel like I can admit it now. But I found this person on a Facebook event page, some probably Outside Lands, ticket sharing, whatever, something like that. And I was going to go to Los Angeles for something. So this ticket scammer had their location as Los Angeles. And I had said, oh, I'm going to go to LA. Maybe we can meet up and like do the tickets like that. And they were like, yeah, that'd be great. Continued having conversation. I even went as far to say my aunt and uncle live there. You can drop the wristbands in their mailbox. And they were like, oh, sure. I never gave them the address, thank goodness, because we never got that far. But the fact that they were just so like willing to like do that stuff.
Because that's always a green flag. It's a red flag when they're not flexible or willing to work with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it turned out I wasn't going to LA. So I said, okay, let's do it online. They were okay with, okay, so there's PayPal goods and services. We'll talk about that more in depth in a second. But they were down to use PayPal goods and services, which is also a green flag. And then we used it, and she screenshotted me something back, something about her account being blocked, and the money got sent back to me. So I was like, okay. So then she was saying, I don't know if it was she, but my PayPal, blah, blah, not working. Can we use Zelle? You can send half now, and then I'll send the tickets or whatever, and then you can send the other half. this whole time, Clark can tell you, this whole time I was not sure about it. And I've learned now, it's like, trust your gut. If you think it's a scam, it's probably a scam.
Even if the chance is that, it is another actual person and stuff, and it's not a scam, it's like better to be
Find
like
someone
no,
else.
Yeah, it's better to not have the stress
Yeah.
of worrying about it too.
Right.
I think.
So I wish I did this before I sent half of the money, but I went onto their Facebook page and I looked into activity that they've done on the Facebook page where I was getting my ticket from, and saw that they had activity from like 6 months ago for something else. And I saw another person had corresponded with them. So I went and messaged that person on Facebook and was like, hey, so sorry to bother you, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, that's a scam, ignore. And I was like, shit. And also, I ignored the fact that your bank called and was like, are you sure?
Your bank?
Yeah, send it through his bank. So, yeah, I don't have Zelle, so Clark had to do it.
Oh.
I sent Clark the money. And then his bank was like, are you sure you want to send it? And I was like, yeah, send it for sure.
Oh my gosh.
And then, of course, I guess maybe the goal was to get the half.
Right. That's
You
another
know?
thing. It's like if their ticket prices are like, well, not that they were lowering the price of the ticket by a lot, but like, yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
anytime that they're like send a portion or send, that's like a red flag.
red fucking flag. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my story.
So what did you learn? So wait, so you sent the money and then you just never heard from them again?
Yeah, no, they just disappeared.
Did they block you?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think so, because I think I like even the next day I was like, damn, that was good. You got me.
They were good.
Yeah.
Dang.
I kind of took it with like a
So the email that she sent you saying that should have been your like biggest red flag right there.
the screenshot
The
saying
screenshot,
that
yeah.
goods and like her account was blocked or something.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember more specifically what that was, but
Anytime you get emails or they send you an email, they're like, oh, well, my cash, my whatever it is, Venmo, PayPal, whatever is going to send you an email. Anytime there's emails like that, I feel like that's scam.
yeah,
Which-
I mean, ultimately they weren't down to use the PayPal goods and services, right?
Right.
And should I say what PayPal goods and services is?
Well, hold on. That goes into my scam story.
oh, yes.
So I wasn't scammed, but I almost got scammed. It wasn't for festival tickets, but it was when I was moving back to California.
Mhm.
I was trying to sell a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
And this guy was like, I'll Venmo you, or we can use Venmo. And I was supposed to meet up with them because it was like a physical, like a big bulky item
yeah. That you were selling?
that I was selling.
Got it.
So he told me that he was going to use his Venmo business account. And
Mm.
I can't remember the details exactly, but it was like the minimum he could send me was like $450, and I was selling like a mattress that was maybe like $300. So he was saying that I was going to get an email from Venmo
Yeah.
and I was just going to have to send him back the difference.
Oh, yeah. No.
I was like,
Eh.
they almost had me. And Ed was like, this guy's a scam. I was like, you're right.
Yeah. No.
Block.
Way too convoluted.
And yeah, anytime. And I did get an email. I did get an email from Venmo, and it
Yeah.
looked legit. It looked so legit. But yeah, I had Ed take a look at it, and he was like, no, whatever this guy's
No.
trying to do, this is a scam. I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
I almost got bamboozled.
That reminded me of one time on Instagram, I got someone asked me to write a birthday song for their kid. And long story short, I'll send you some money and you have to send it back for me to like write this song. And that's a scam going around on Instagram for musicians, is someone asking, can you write a song for my kid's 5th birthday and I'll pay you? But then it turns out to be a scam of them trying to get money back. Do you remember
Yeah.
that? Did I tell you
No,
about that?
no.
Yeah, it was pretty.
That is crazy. Like that length is super interesting to me. Like going that.
Can you write
far.
my kid's
Yeah,
birthday
like,
song?
and it's also just like it's such a weird tactic of preying on such a specific
Yeah.
thing.
I still wrote the song.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Aw.
that.
I didn't send it, but I wrote the song.
I mean,
That's
it's
funny.
like all you can take away with that. Like, oh, that was a good songwriting exercise.
Yeah,
know,
that's
like-
literally what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, you didn't lose any money. Yeah.
So you
Just
guys,
time.
you really should, for anything, use PayPal goods and services, because I looked into it more. It does protect the buyer and the seller. And that's different from PayPal, friends and family.
Yes.
It's way different than that. So if they only want to use friends and family, red flag, only use goods and services,
Yeah.
because then that way, if you get scammed, you can get your money back.
Venmo also has a goods and services now as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, no Zelle, no like direct wire transfer.
No Venmo, no Cash App, unless you're
Yeah.
using Venmo goods and services or PayPal goods and services.
A way to know that you're not getting scammed is doing an in-person meetup with somebody. I just want to say though, when you do that, never go alone.
Yeah.
And ask if you guys can meet in front of a police station or a bank, because there's lots of cameras and
security.
Security cameras. Yeah. If they're not down to do that, then
High visibility places.
Yeah.
High vis.
Or go with somebody.
Yeah.
Definitely don't go by yourself. I've gotten a lot of tickets like that in person.
Turn your location
meetups.
on.
Same.
Yeah. And I was gonna say I've been with Sunny multiple, at least 4 times, at least 4 or 5.
Yeah.
times.
Anytime I've done in-person meetup, it's always been with someone who's super cool and is bummed that they're not going to
Right.
whatever event, you know,
Yeah.
but still be cautious when doing that, and, stranger danger.
Yeah. And just other things to look out for, like on social media, if you're getting stuff from people on Facebook groups, some tips for things that we look for is how long they've had their Facebook active. If it's like within the same year, or they've only been on there for a few months, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
If they have a bunch of posts, but all their posts are from like the last couple of weeks, that's a huge red flag.
Yep.
A lot of times it's so funny. Some of them are so obvious. It'll be like this little old lady
Yeah.
or old man selling tickets to like this rave or something. It's like, okay, this
Right.
is a scam.
Yeah.
Also, if they're like super pushy,
Yes.
if they're super pushy and like borderline harassing you, like don't just do it because they're harassing you or like being pushy. Like if it doesn't feel good to
It's
you,
a tactic. It's totally a tactic.
it's definitely a tactic that they use. Like, oh, I've got other sellers, I've got other buyers interested, you have to send me the money now. Like,
which is
no.
why when I got scammed by that other person, I was like, dang, good on you. You really
They were in it for the long haul.
They're in it for the long haul. Yeah.
You can also try and look those people up on other social medias and see, like I've done that before. Well,
Yes.
I was buying, I think about an Outside Lands wristband from a girl in the city, and I looked her up on Instagram, and it was public, and I could see that she
Cross-reference.
goes to a bunch of other festivals, and like, okay, so this is a person that could legit have been going to Outside Lands, but now can't go and is selling her wristband. And then I
Yeah.
think I actually met up with her outside of Outside Lands for that one, but
Oh, yeah. Another one that I always find is so obvious is, so someone posts, right, like I have a ticket for sale. Then you DM them and you say, hey, is your ticket still available? And they respond with, how many do you want? Like, who says that? Like,
right.
if they're asking how
You
many, it's like, if you're buying from a real person, they have their 1 or 2 wristbands that they're putting on sale. You don't say like, how many do you want?
Yeah, like you're just this endless supply of wristbands.
As soon as I get a response of how many, I don't even engage. I just block. This is like super extra, but if you if you really want to be safe, you ask for the proof of purchase.
That's
And
not
then-
that extra. I feel like you should always do that.
But I didn't get to my second and third steps
Sorry.
yet. You ask for proof of purchase, right? It has their name on it. And then you ask for a picture of their ID also with their name on it, and they can blur out their private or their information. And then that photo on the ID has to match the social media that you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that twice, and just like all along the way been like, this is what I have to do to not get scammed. And if they don't want to go through all that effort, they can say, never mind, forget it.
Yeah.
And if
But
they,
usually if they're legit and they really want to sell their ticket, they will go along with it.
yeah,
I would say even ask them to like FaceTime for a second, and
Yeah.
they'll be down to do that if they are legit.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing too now is, so festivals have wristbands a lot of the time, but concerts and stuff, they have the barcodes that change.
Mm-hmm.
So getting a transfer through Ticketmaster or through Live Nation
Yeah.
is also a safe bet.
Okay. More tips.
More tips. Yeah. One time I got a ticket from somebody, like a PDF, and I emailed the actual festival and was like, hey, is this a ticket? And they emailed me and said, yes, that's a ticket. So you could do that too.
Oh, okay.
But again, it's like harder and harder because the barcodes and it's not PDFs. And I feel like the system, they're trying to stop these online scammers, but it's Still possible.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as they come up with one new thing to protect you, like scammers are finding a way to.
Right. Yeah. Find their way around it.
Yeah. Also, another thing is if they're selling it for super low,
Oh, yeah.
that's you gotta kind of have to look at like the pricing. Like if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Yeah. They're like outside lands are like $280 or best offer. For
Like the
3
only
days.
time that would be acceptable if it's like right before the last day and they really are just trying to get rid of it, and then you go through all the other steps to verify that they're legit, then maybe. But if it's
Yeah.
like the week of and that they're super lowballing themselves, that's too good to be true.
Yeah, don't ever go for below face value. And also, it's like, fuck people who are trying to sell their tickets for above face value, too.
I know, right?
I mean, that's
For
a little
like
bit of a separate conversation. but
double.
yeah, I hate that.
And don't ever give anybody your bank information.
Oh, yeah.
If they're
Ever.
asking for bank information or anything like that, just
Yeah. Oh, that actually reminds me. Some of the newer things that I keep seeing too are how people will send you a link. If you've interacted with someone and you're going back and forth about buying a ticket from whatever, and they send you a link that you have to click to go somewhere else.
yeah, don't
Like,
click links.
Never, ever. Like hyperlinks, a blue underlined link is never, ever, ever.
No
Because
links.
that's the easiest way.
Yeah.
That can take you anywhere, and they can get access to you so easily through that.
Yeah.
So
And then
easily.
other ways, I just thought of this. This was happening a lot during the Eras tour when people were trying to get tickets to Taylor Swift. I was trying to get tickets for a while, but it didn't work out. Womp womp. But they'll ask people to, I think I was following this Ticketmaster. No, sorry. I was following this Twitter page that was like 100% never had scammers. They were doing a really good job of vetting
Mhm.
people that were selling their tickets, but they would have people, when they vet them, start a screen recording from their messages. You have
Yeah.
to start it from the whatever you're messaging on Instagram or Facebook, and go to your like Ticketmaster account and
Oh,
verify all these things so that you could see the tickets were legit or like emails were legit.
Yeah.
So that's another way I guess you guys could use if you want to verify, is just like screen recordings. There's a lot of ways to verify that things are
Yeah.
legit. That's just throwing that out there as like another thing you could do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I got legit scammed that one time, but then the other couple times have been someone, I asked for the proof of purchase and they just sent me an email back, and they clearly made the email address, but it was like whateverfestival@gmail.com.
Oh my God.
And then they wrote what a proof of purchase would look like. And I just thought, well, this is like written pretty well, but I could have typed this up,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then I even had somebody a scammer send me a screenshot of their quote unquote proof of purchase. And then on there, it had the wrong date for the show.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I feel bad for you, dude. Like failing.
And
at
for
the
anyone
scamming.
that falls for this.
Wasn't one that you got one time like they had the wrong festival? It had like the wrong festival.
So, yeah.
It was like,
Oh, I remember that.
yeah, it was like a
something.
combination of like a totally different festival. You're like, woof,
Yeah.
good try.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad for you. You want me to help you?
I feel bad for you.
I can be a good
Don't-
scammer.
Don't
Oh my
ever
God.
feel bad for scammers.
No, we're not teaching people how to be scammers here.
I know. I'm just kidding.
The new podcast.
Oh, yeah.
name.
How to be a scammer. Don't use goods and services. No.
Well, we just want you guys all to be able to go to music festivals and protect yourselves from all these crazy scammers. If you guys have better ideas or any other ideas that we didn't mention, send them our way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we put a poll up on our Instagram.
We can
And,
put that back up once this goes live.
Yeah, we'll put it back up and ask again. But thankfully, actually, on our poll on Instagram, more people have not been scammed
Good.
than have been scammed. So that's good. Shoot, I was just going to say something else. Oh, what do you guys think about this? When people say, I have box office pickup and I can change the name on it.
Mm.
Because I've done that for someone else. And I was like, I know this sounds sketch, but mine are pickup and I can change the name of it on my front gate account.
But then you can send them an email, can't you? You can change the name and the email, can't you? So then they get an email.
I don't think so. I don't
Oh.
know. I think it was just like in my account settings on Frontgate to change the name that is pickup on the box office.
Mm.
So
I don't
It's a little
know.
tougher.
I don't know that I would do that if I was buying a ticket. Like if somebody said that to me, just because
yeah,
too many things could go wrong.
I know. I wouldn't either, but it's because I was doing it.
I know.
For someone else.
Well, you
know?
have good intentions, but people wouldn't. People don't know
Yeah.
you don't know that.
Yeah.
That would be a lot harder to trust
'Cause
as the other person.
As the buyer, yeah.
I could have just shown them that I did that and then gone back into my front. I almost like gave them my front gate info. It's like, you want
log
to
in.
Yeah. So yeah, I just thought of that. I hadn't thought of that ahead of time. Box office shit.
Well, like I just know, like, if we were selling tickets, we would do anything people needed to like feel comfortable to buy the ticket, to buy our tickets.
Right.
Like,
Whatever
if you want to
need.
FaceTime, if you want me to go to your house, I mean, that's creepy. If you want me to meet up with you somewhere, like
At the police station.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember didn't I drive a wristband down to someone for Outside Lands one year?
That sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, I
but-
think I drove and dropped off a wristband with someone, but it was a friend of a friend. So it was like, okay.
Friends
So
of-
that's always good. Like
Yeah.
friends of friends, that's the best way to do it. If you see that you have mutual friends with this person selling, you can reach out to that mutual friend
Right.
and vet them and see, hey, are these
Check.
people going to scam me?
Yeah. This person's trying to sell me a ticket.
Because, hey, you never know. Even though they are mutual friends and it is that account that they know, maybe that person got hacked.
So many things that could go wrong.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Gosh.
That
Just don't even get a ticket. No.
you know what? We're actually ending the podcast.
Yeah.
Don't go to
Fuck
festivals.
festivals.
Yeah, you're going to get scammed no matter what in these times.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, we just want you guys to be safe. That's why we're just sharing our experiences and things that we've looked for and look out for.
Yeah, with this episode, I was like, oh, this is going to be all like negative Nancy, just shit. But, you know, it does happen.
Like you said, it is an unfortunate reality of
Yeah.
music festivals, and we should talk about it.
Let's talk
But
about it.
there are good, like, you know, you've also still bought tickets from other people.
So many people.
So many.
There are good people out there.
and like those people that you bought from they're all good. You
Yeah.
know, like, so I think the upside is it is still a real thing. It's not only scams out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, when I was
Yeah.
like my first few years of going to festivals, that's the only way I got tickets was last minute. I think every Coachella, except for maybe one that I've been to, have all been last minute purchases.
And also, too, sometimes I'm like, I'm helping someone sell their ticket, you know, who's trying to sell. Because I've been on the other side of trying to sell a ticket.
Yeah.
There are communities of people out there who are genuinely buying and selling their tickets. But you got to find them.
Yeah, it takes a bit of work, but you can do it. We believe in you, Festies. So let's talk about some festivals that are coming up.
Festivals that you can go to. December 27th to the 28th, we have Hijinks Festival, which is at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. December 28th and the 29th, we have Lights All Nights, which is at the Dallas Market Night in Texas. December 30th to the 31st, we have Decadence Colorado, which is at the Colorado Convention Center. December 31st to the 1st, I already talked about this one, but it's called Fresh Start. It's at the Midway in San Francisco. January 17th to the 18th, Denver Comes Alive, which is at the Cervantes Masterpiece Ballroom in Denver, Colorado. And then we have February 7th to the 9th, the Thunderdome at Tacoma Dome in Tacoma, Washington.
Okay, Festies, don't forget to follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Festies Podcast. You can also check us out on YouTube. We have a couple of our episodes up there already. And if you're enjoying our podcast, please go leave us a 5-star rating and review. We would love you forever. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to stay hydrated.
And check on your festies.
Happy holidays, and we'll be back in 2025. Bye.
Bye.
Festies.